You ever look at your grass and you're like, that's pretty green, but I feel like it could be greener? A lot of that can have to do with what kinds of grass you have in your lawn, and some of them just won't get as green as others. But is there, or are there, some products that we can put on our lawn to make it green up, to get it more green in color, to get that deep, dark, blue-green look to our lawns that everybody loves and everybody chases after all season? And the answer is yes. So the kinds of products I'm talking about are liquid iron products, and specifically liquid products that have chelated iron in them that is readily available to your plant, and within just a matter of days, get your lawn looking super dark green. But there's a lot on the market, so which ones do you try? YardMastery sent me 2 of them, one that is very recognizable, and the other one that maybe is not so recognizable, but maybe you should consider having in your toolbox. Last year, I did a experiment on my lawn where I took 2 iron products. I took Ironite and YardMastery's DoubleDark. They're both granular products with high amounts of iron in them. And we split my lawn in half. We put one product on one side and one product on the other, and we watched over a couple days. I've had a lot of requests to do the liquid version, and that's exactly what we're gonna talk about today. So we took my lawn right here, we split it down the middle, right in line with that window right there that's on my house. We put the Ecologel product on the left, and we put 700 Green Effect on the right. They were both applied at the same exact rate. They were both measured out and applied the same day, applied the same method. I used my PetroTools backpack sprayer and a T-Jet air induction tip to make sure that this got on the ground, but did have a chance to have a little bit of foliar uptake with this. Go in the garage and let me introduce you to these products. Last time, one of the pieces of advice that I got from you guys was to include a control section in each of the sections of the lawn, and I did that this time. I took 2 5-gallon buckets, and before I made this liquid application, I put them down on specific spots in the lawn. I took pictures of where they were located, and to try to make sure that this would be as effective as possible, I put a little piece of a brick on top of them so it would get maximum contact to the soil, and it would block the liquid from hopefully going in that section. Now I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think that was helpful in this case. Those 5-gallon buckets did not really give me the result I was expecting. I was hoping that we would get a perfect circle right in the middle of each of the plots with a, lighter green tinge than the rest of the lawn, but I can honestly say that I don't really see that huge of a difference, or nothing really sticks out. So I'm not sure if maybe because it's a liquid, it worked its way through the soil a little bit better, and maybe that grass has just got nice roots that were able to suck up what was right next to it. But nonetheless, we gave that a shot, but I think you'll still be satisfied with the results of this experiment. Once I gave YardMastery this idea of this video, they were gracious enough to supply the product for this, so I want to thank them for that. The first product that is that we're going to talk about in this experiment is probably one that I think is not as well known. It is made by the Ecologel folks, the same folks that manufacture Hydrotane. They have a line of products called BioPro. This is their product right here. It is called Iron Plus, and it is a 1500 fertilizer, so it's got 15% nitrogen, and it's got 6% iron in it, and it is chelated with citric acid. One of the things that this has that the other product does not have is their formulation of sea extra, which is seaweed extract. This has 1.15% seaweed extract, so not a ton. The application rate on this is 6 to 12 ounces per thousand, but the application rate on Green Effect is 8 ounces per thousand, and so we took this product and we ran it at an 8 ounce per thousand rate, just like 700 Green Effect. 15% urea nitrogen, 4% sulfur, 6% chelated iron, and that is ferrous sulfate that is chelated with citric acid. The second product that we used in this experiment was very popular 700 Green Effect. This is one of the components to the famous DoubleDark liquid combo where you take this and 002 microgreen. We did not do that. We just ran 700 Green Effect. So what is the difference between this and the Ecologel product? This only has 7% urea nitrogen, so it's got lower nitrogen. It still has sulfur in it. The sulfur content in Iron Plus is 4%, and the sulfur content in Green Effect is 3%, so a little bit less sulfur, but we still have 6% iron, and it is ferrous sulfate that's chelated with citric acid. Let's just get right into the results now that we know which products we're dealing with here. Both of the test plots are the exact same size. So the concentration and the lawn space is the exact same size. I applied this in the afternoon around, I think it was about 4 o'clock. And when I woke up the next day, I didn't see nearly any difference in the lawn. Oh, day one, next day update. Made that application around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's the next day. It is lightly raining outside, but this had time to sit on the leaf blades probably into the night. So let's address the first thing. So the spot for comparison is that window right there we want to look at. We did the Ecologel BioPro product on the left, Green Effect on the right. Right down the middle here, I'm not seeing a huge difference. So we'll just have to come back and check tomorrow, see how it is tomorrow. In fact, I had reached out a couple of my friends that have used at least the Green Effect product before and say, hey, how long does this take to activate? And YardMastery also says that it takes about 24 to 48 hours before you see any kind of color pop. The reason why we choose these products to try to get a color pop out of our lawn is because we have chelated iron here. The chelation means that it's going to be readily available for the plant to take up, and iron is a micronutrient that is used within the plant to help assist in the creation of chlorophyll, which is what makes the grass green. So the first day I didn't really notice any difference. The second day though, that is when we started to see a color difference toward the tail end of that day, especially after I had given the lawn a cut. Boy, it was really starting to get dark green. All right, so we're 2 days from our application, and the grass is super dark green. Not even sure if it comes through as well on camera, but the grass is super dark green. I can't say if one product is doing a better job than the other. They look really even at this point. Dark. Honestly, I don't know if I can tell a difference, but here's why that shouldn't surprise anybody. Maybe one of these products is not better than the other in terms of the visual appearance that it can give to your lawn, but the Ecologel product also has that seaweed extract in it. So if you would like to, buy a product that has a little bit more in it, but still gives you that great color pop, this may be a great option for you. If you're somebody who regularly buys the biostimulant pack or uses microgreen in your program regularly, then maybe you can add 700 Green Effect on top of that and throw down a DoubleDark cocktail every once in a while. So one thing you'll notice is that there are sections of my lawn that just didn't get as dark green, and that is because those are grassy weeds, and that's the reason why I am going to smoke my lawn off this year. If you're interested in getting some lawn renovation content, you can look forward to that on my channel this year. I have some grassy weeds in my yard. I have creeping bent grass in my yard that just doesn't get as dark green as the rest. So day 2 is really when we saw that color pop, and I have to say, all the rest of the footage and everything that I took up until this day, which is about, I think 5-6 days after the application, the lawn looks really good. At the end of the day, was there a winner? No. I felt like both of these products were almost dead even in terms of how green they got the lawn. The iron is really that thing that we're applying to the lawn that's making it so green. And both of these products, if you recall the ingredients, have the same amount of iron in it, and they also have the same formulation of iron in it, in that they have ferrous sulfate that's chelated with citric acid. In terms of green up ability of these products, they are both awesome products that you could use. It's up to you which one you want to buy. It's up to you whether you would like to use these products, as always. So thanks to YardMastery for providing these products. Thank you for allowing me to do this experiment and now seeing how fast the lawn can green up with liquid products like this that maybe you'll consider incorporating these into your program. But if not, and if you want to stick with the granulars, that's all right with me. I hope that if you have any more experiment ideas, or if you have any other head-to-head products that you would like me to take a look at or check out, let me know, and I would love to make some content around that stuff for you guys.